Hello everybody. So chapter 6 released about, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago now, and I'm honestly going to give my honest review on the good and the bad. I think this chapter is amazing so far. I'm just going to highlight the goods, and I'm just going to talk about some of the bads that I think they could work on a little bit. Alright, now Chapter 6 was released about a few weeks ago, and they started off with the season called Hunters, which is the one playing in the background right here. It's just Chapter 6 Season 1, and I have to say, this season is phenomenal. Everything about it is amazing. The aesthetic, the Japanese aesthetic, is awesome with the map. The map's gorgeous. I have not seen anything bad about the map. The map's just beautiful. Every POI you go to is gorgeous. Weapons are insanely balanced from what I've seen and what I've played with. I haven't seen anything that's too overpowered besides maybe the Oni masks at launch, where I wouldn't even say overpowered. They're just strong, and which is fine. I really like those additions as well with the masks, the new masks. The new weapons are great. They're not too strong, but they're not too weak, which is awesome. Everything with it, the loot pool's perfectly fine. There's plenty of meds, plenty of everything. Overall, a very strong start. And along with the new things that they added with the new sprites, they're very cool. Nothing OP, but nothing super game changing. But it's a new thing to the game that does make it a lot more fun. And overall, this season so far has been incredibly balanced, and the map is beautiful. This is what we needed after something like Chapter 5. When Chapter 5 came in, this was, I just believe Chapter 5 was the worst chapter, and Chapter 4 really wasn't much better, but Chapter 5 was just god-awful. So I really do think so far the start of Chapter 6 is a really good bounce back. I'm very happy with this new season. And one last thing I want to end off on is I'm very happy this season that there is no overpowered mythics like in previous seasons. We got our first powerful mythic in Season 7, Chapter 1, which was the sword. But I feel like, Chapter 2 introduced the new guys you can fight that give you these overpowered weapons like Sky's assault rifle and the grappler and the minigun. Same with, even Chapter 5 had some pretty powerful weapons, but theirs was the medallions, and I'm happy medallions aren't back and being the big thing, because medallions in Chapter 5 were ridiculously overpowered, and a lot of people took them just for the medallions. Didn't even go to the POI for the mythic weapon, it was for the medallions. So I'm happy they brought the medallions back, but they're not as overpowered, is all I'm saying. But overall, I gotta say, Season 1 of Chapter 6 so far has been amazing. I haven't had anything bad happen with it, so let me know your thoughts about Chapter 6 in Season 1. Right after the launch of Season 1, Fortnite announced they're going to release a new OG mode, which is pretty much kind of like what they did last year, just a lot better, in my opinion. They pretty much did a 1-to-1 scale from Season 1, Chapter 1, with a few differences, and kind of like I pointed out in my last video. A few differences being the movement, mainly, probably. That's the only thing I can think of, really. The movement's really the only main different thing, and the turbo building and editing, and obviously players are just better. So it's obviously going to be a lot different. But other than that, it's almost a 1-to-1 scale with the pump, and the damages, and the weapon icons, everything. Now, this was so 1-to-1 that you couldn't even find shields. Like, the only shields there were big pots and slurps, but the amount of slurps you could find was almost little to none, and big pots also were very scarce. They didn't have minis at the time. They would have came, I believe, in Season 2 or just late Season 1, I believe. But it's almost a 1-to-1 scale. You're running around 75 HP. There's barely any med kits either. It's pretty scarce, all the heals. So they finally updated a little bit and upped the spawn rate of the chests and slurp juices, and now it's a little bit easier to find stuff. But it really shows you what it was like as OG, and I really do enjoy that. Like, it is a lot of fun to play. I feel like it's a lot laid back compared to like the normal Battle Royale. Personally, that's what I think. But it's a lot harder to get wins until they added bots. They added bots, and I've also put my opinion on bots. But yeah, overall, so far, this season has been great. The OG, it's a lot of fun. It really is 1-1. It's a lot better than I think they did the first time, because they started on Chapter 5 the last time they did an OG season. But so far, yeah, I really do enjoy this season. It's a lot of fun. I do like the OG part a lot. Everything to it. It's not balanced whatsoever, but that's what makes it fun, you know? So, give me your opinions on the OG. I really do enjoy OG. So let me hear what you guys think about it. Alright, so now we literally have Lego Fortnite GTA before GTA 6, which is pretty much what this is. Obviously, a more family-friendly version, but I've played this a little bit, and it's definitely more of like a roleplay type thing. That's kind of just what the purpose of the release was, and I think it's cool, personally. I mean, it has nothing to do really with Fortnite, I don't think at all, but it is cool. I will admit, I think the survival Lego mode is better, but it is cool. And the only thing I'd like to see from this is maybe like a tutorial screen in the beginning to kind of get you more of a grasp on what you're supposed to do, because you're kind of just thrown in there and you're like, you can open up your phone and do things, you can start a job and whatever, but there's no direction on what you're supposed to do, is what I noticed with this, and that's fine, but I would just like them to see add a tutorial in the beginning. That would be kind of cool. But other than that, this mode's pretty sweet. I don't know if any of you guys have played. I've seen a lot of people that have played, but it's not I don't know. There's not that much to do in this, is the only thing. You can drive around, you can get a house, and you can get a job. Is kind of really it. Other than that, there's really not much. You can rob a bank, I know, but other than that, it's really not an amazing game mode. I think it's okay. I think so far this is probably the worst release of this season, in my opinion. If you guys think it's any better, let me know let me know your thoughts why. I would love to hear it. I'm always open to hear you guys' thoughts. I'm not trying to hate on it. I'm just saying they could probably do a little bit more, add some more things, and add a tutorial in the beginning for new players, because I was a little bit confused getting into it on not what the objective was, but what I can really do. I'd like to see more. I had to discover it myself, which is fine for some games, but games like this, no, I don't think so. So let me know what you guys think. I think the Lego mode was okay, and I think there's a few things they could work on with it, but I see what they're trying to do. It is cool. Just there's a few things they need to work on as well. Now, last but not least, we got the new Fortnite Ballistic mode, which is pretty much Valorant or CSGO, kind of like Siege if you've ever played any of those games. It's very fun, I have to say. It feels very, very smooth. The only thing I'd like to see was maybe a few more maps on launch, but I'm sure they're going to add more anyways. The map that they have now is fine. There's no problems with it. I'd just like to see a little bit more for the content is all. But no, yeah, this is really fun. It's a 5v5 first-person shooter, which is Epic's first original first-person shooter, so it's not like a creative map or nothing. And pretty much you got to defuse a bomb and plant the bomb if you're attacking. But yeah, no, I really like it. It's got that Valorant buy feature, same with CSGO. The aiming's pretty smooth, but I have to say it feels awesome. I'm not going to lie. It feels awesome. The only thing I really would like to see is, like I said, a new map. That's really about it. Other than that, I really, really do like this game mode, and I see a lot of potential with it. I see them, they already add a ranked mode, which is great, and I see a lot of players playing ranked. I see them adding some competitiveness with this, but yeah, I feel like this mode's amazing. So that's Fortnite Ballistic. Now, they've introduced a lot of new things this season, a lot of new game modes. I mean, they're putting out content after content after content, which is amazing. The last thing I would like to see from Epic is I'm going to be honest, I don't think they ever will. But I would love to see some Save the World updates, because personally, I love Save the World. And when they discontinued it, I was really, really upset. I would really like to see an update on that. I think that would be really cool. They already kind of added a little mini update, but it was nothing crazy. But I would love to see something like that, personally, is what I would love to see. But let me know what you guys think about Chapter 6 so far. So far, I'm loving it. I think it's a great chapter. I mean, I've had no flaws with it. It's it's been amazing. They've added so much new content, which is great. And yeah, I think there's a lot more they're going to be adding as well. With it's only been 3 weeks now, and they've added this much. I see them adding a lot more. But let me know what you guys think about this chapter. So far, I think it's great. I would love to hear what you guys think. I'd love to hear what you guys would want to see. And yeah, so this is all for today's video. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day.